Hey, what's up, everyone? I thought I would do a live stream. I haven't done one in a while. I just got back from Hawaii, from the Big Island, and I thought I would do a stand. It's kind of the new focus of the Bulldog mindset. So I'm going to wait a little bit, let a few people come in here, and I will, kind of read what I just said there. But welcome everyone. Welcome to the impromptu live stream, as all the live streams go. What's up, Osman and Yagnesh? Nice to see you. So yeah, so like I was saying here, for those of you that are just joining, I'm going to be talking about in this live stream just what the future of this channel is, what I've been up to. I just got back from Hawaii, from the Big Island, and kind of had one of those experiences where I kind of had some time to reflect and refresh things. What's up, Mayor? What's up, Carter? From Baltimore. Nice. Where are you guys from? Where's everyone from that's in here right now? Just curious here. Sandy, what's up? What's up, Mark? How you doing? Daniel Locke, Raphael, Curran. All right. Oh, Somalia. Nice. Very nice. Cool. Chile. What's going on? Will is from Texas, best country in the USA. I like it. I was just in Austin, was it about a month ago? Man, those fucking tacos are so good in Austin. So good. Like the artisanal tacos. It's the crazy stuff there. David Frost from Maryland. Nice to see you. Israel. I can't read Hebrew, so I don't know your name, but cool to see here. Curran is from Florida. Got Mir from India. Jason from Toronto. Nice to see you. Canada up in the house here. So we got Semajan from Cleveland. All right, cool. Paul from the Bay Area. All right, guys. So good to see you all here. So yeah, so what I want to talk about is basically the channel, like what I'm going to do with this, kind of some of the insights, what I'm working on, and some kind of exciting news that may be happening here. We'll see what's happening here. So like I said, I just got back from Hawaii, had some time to reflect. While I was there, well, right before I left, I don't know if you guys saw the video, I've actually still got it on my whiteboard, is I was talking about changing the channel name, and I'm probably going to change the channel name to Bulldog Mindset with John Sonmez, or either John Sonmez parentheses Bulldog Mindset. We'll see. I think I'm going to probably go with the first one. I think that one will be cool. And I really wanted to, figure out what is the kind of conjoining thing that I'm going to use to make this channel. So people are saying the first one. Yeah, I agree. I think Bulldog Mindset with John Sonmez. It'll be easier to search for too, because a lot of people, when I talk to them, they're like, "Hey, what's your channel name?" And I'm like, John Son, like son, Mez, like Gomez, but no go. And that's how I describe to them to find the channel. So yeah, but yeah. So anyway, I think that this is really something that it seems like it's a kind of piece that connects everything together, right? Because all the things I talk about on this channel, I'm still going to be talking about all of these things, all of the fitness, the finance, I know you guys have been joining the real estate stuff I've been doing lately. That was really cool. That was actually in Austin with my buddy mentor Tom there, and all of the kind of the Stoic philosophy, all these kind of things, they all fall under this kind of category of having this Bulldog mindset. So that's what I'm really gonna do. Someone at the very beginning of this live stream asked me about what happened to Simple Programmer. Simple Programmer is still there. I was just meeting with my business partner, Josh Earl, who's running Simple Programmer as a CEO right now. In fact, we just launched like a membership program. So if you guys are programmers and you are interested in joining, I think there's a wait list now. I think he's going to open it up, every so often. But basically, we created like a premium membership in there where you can have discussions, where you can meet people, where you can work on projects, all kinds of cool stuff there. And he opened that up, and I just put an introduction in there. I just joined it and said hi there. But basically, Simple Program is still running, and that's cool. And I think that that's going to be super, super valuable. It's still growing, but I want to get away from the programming focus since I'm not doing that anymore. So, it also needed a break. I just needed a break. You guys have been seeing my videos. You've been seeing I was going through kind of a down spout, I'd say, right? But that's the thing. Is like you got to go through that kind of catharsis, and then you figure out the new thing, and you grow again, and you have these periods, right? So that was kind of what's going on. But for a simple programmer, I'm still stepping away from that. I am focusing on this channel, on this Bulldog mindset. In fact, I've doubled down on this. I was just talking with my book agent today, or not today, but last week, and I'm going to be writing. I already started writing a book called Bulldog Mindset, or tentatively called that, which will be, it's going to be a shorter book, maybe like 80,000 words, and it's going to be about Bulldog mindset. I'll give you, if you guys are interested, let me know. Are you guys interested in hearing some of the chapters that I've got for this book? You want some Simply Bulldog? I like Simply Bulldog. That's kind of cool. But all right, so you want some of the chapters here. So here's what I'm looking at here. Give me some yeses and some thumbs up if you'd like some chapters. If you'd like to hear about this a little bit. Let me see here. I got a bring it. I need to see some more yeses, some give me some thumbs up here, and I'll lay it on you. Otherwise, I'll just keep the secret sauce to myself here. So I could use some suggestions. I'm always curious to hear what you guys said. Oh, shout out to Tom from Flip Anything USA. He looks like he's here. I know you guys have been enjoying the video that we did. In fact, you know what? I'm going to side note here. I'm going to give you the book chapters in a little bit. Thank you for the thumbs up. Do a thumbs up on the stream itself if you don't mind as well. This way, more people see this. But I'll give you a side note here. I actually, and I haven't told Tom about this, so I need to actually talk to Tom about this. But I think, right? So, and nothing is final here, but I wanted to let you guys know. I wanted to reveal this in the live stream. I got a contact last week. Someone emailed me from a major network, a major television network, saying that they're looking for a host for a home improvement show where you would basically go around with real estate or to homeowners and go to their houses. They bought a house and they have like a spare bedroom, they have a garage or something, and help them turn it into a short-term rental and make money out of it. So I got an email. I talked to the studio, talked to the casting producer. I did a little Skype interview with them. And there's a pretty good chance that I'll be doing a television show for a major network here. I'm waiting to get the phone call, hopefully today. It's my birthday today, actually. Hopefully my birthday present will be to get this show, which is pretty cool, right? So, and actually, the reason why I mentioned this is that I believe the video that he saw that got him interested was probably the one where I'm sitting in the car with Tom, interviewing Tom while he's taking us around in Austin, and you know, kind of acting like a host of a show. Like, so that's really cool. I'm really excited about that. You know, if it works out, it'd be great. You know, if it doesn't, hey, you know, whatever. But it's cool. It's fun. You know, that could be really, really exciting project. So we'll see what happens. I would love to do that. That'd be a lot of fun, and you know, it fits what I'm doing. So, and the show is not a pilot. It is actually picked up by the network. They're actually replacing the host that they originally got because that studio honestly didn't really like him. So, all right. Tom says, "Remember me?" I definitely will, my friend. I will for sure. We're gonna. I've already got some ideas rolling around in my head. I got to get the show first, and then I've got some ideas for sure. So, all right. So let's talk about. I can't really talk about the name of the show or the network yet. Once I have the confirmation, then I'll have that. You know, so probably start filming in fall if that works out. So yeah. So thanks, Tom, for taking me around and, you know, get basically, I think that's where the opportunity came from. They said they looked at my playlist on real estate playlist on this channel. And, you know, obviously there's a lot of videos on there, but I think at that time, that was exactly the video that was like the first video in the playlist. So pretty cool. Oh, they did. They called you too. Oh, cool. That's awesome. That's awesome, Tom. That's awesome. Cool. So, all right. Oh, oh no, darn. I was hoping that would be cool. That'd be cool. But I think, you know, it'd be cool if I got the show and then like we did like a co-show or something like that, or we get another show and you know, I wanted to pitch to them the idea of you doing like the bigger deals, like show, like, have you ever seen someone doing like big commercial deals? Because there's no show like that. There's no reality show like that. So anyway, I'll see what I can do. But so guys, let's talk about the book chapters here. I just wanted to share that news with you guys, and hopefully it'll be good news. If not, hey, there'll be other opportunities that come along. That's how you gotta live life. So I've got chapters on basically the layout of the book. What I have so far is recreate yourself, develop your inner game, and bring your best self forward. So these sections of the book. So here's some of the chapters I got here. Define who you are, accept your current reality, take 100% responsibility for your life, reestablish trust in yourself, become consistent. How you live one day is how you live every day. Survey the landscape, make a leap for the rim of the bucket. And that kind of ends that section. And then bring pain upon yourself. This is part of developing your inner game. If you get knocked down, get back up again. Become physically tough. Learn to work without motivation. Face your fears and overcome them. Realize you are always alone. Feel the pain, keep walking. Make it life or death. And of course, going to finish that section with trust the process. And then face and handle rejection. Stop seeking external validation. Stop apologizing. Don't explain, don't complain. Become non-reactive. Speak with conviction. Make clear boundaries. Become a finisher. Win big and lose small. Damage control. Eliminate judgment calls. Utilize the power of momentum. And then use your secret weapon, your secret wampum, your secret weapon, outwork everyone. So that's basically what the book outline looks like right now. And yeah, I'm open to some suggestions for topics that I haven't covered, but I felt like I covered most of the stuff. Some Jason says a MGTOW chapter. I don't know about the MGTOW chapter. I'm sort of it's hard to say. Like, I like a lot of the MGTOW kind of ideas, but I'm sort of distancing myself from that because I feel like it's cynical. All right. And so it's a thing. I don't know. I don't want to like turn this into a MGTOW talk, but MGTOW is men going their own way. I think that the ideas behind it and a lot of the people behind it are very wise, and it's a great thing that to be awoken, to wake up to this, to quote take the red pill and realize what reality is. But my method of dealing with reality is to say, okay, this is the playing field. This is what I have my sphere of influence and control over. I'm going to dominate this playing field as it is. I don't care if the deck is stacked against me. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm going to be strategic. I'm going to use what my knowledge, I'm going to use my perception and what I know about reality in order to protect myself. Right. But I'm not going to not play. I'm going to be diving in. I'm going to be conquering that game. I'm not going to be angry at anyone. I don't care. I'm not going to take it personally. I'm not going to think that people are against me or that the world's against me or society needs to change. I don't think any of that. I'm just going to look at reality and see what it is. And then I'm going to see how I need to adapt in order to best survive. Right. So think of it this way. OK, you're a fucking crab. OK, on an island. OK. And you know what? Your food source, you used to, get these fish. It's dried up. There's no fish anymore. Okay. There's only coconuts, and there's actually a coconut crab. That's why I'm saying this. So what do? Right. So, you got a choice. You can be like, fuck this. Should be fish. This is bullshit. Right. Fucking ocean, fucking island. This is bullshit. Right. Or you can say, well, shit, what am I going to do? I'm going to adapt. I'm going to evolve. I'm going to go and start eating coconuts. So you got coconut crab. pretty crazy. But you see what I'm saying? It's like, you're either going to adapt, right? You're either going to adapt or you're going to die. I'm not going to be angry, like, just because I have to, like, evolution is going to go the way it's going to go. And so this is the society that we live in. Like, there's a lot of bullshit going on. I mean, if you've been watching the news, hopefully you haven't, but there's a lot of bullshit going on both, like, ridiculous arguments on both sides of every single thing. And it's just a bunch of bullshit. So what are you going to do? Complain that people are stupid? I mean, people are fucking stupid. They're horrible and ridiculous and emotional nutcases over shit that doesn't even matter to them. Right. But what are you going to do? You're going to complain about that? Or are you just going to say, yeah, that's how it is. So how do I live in this world? So, all right. All right. So anyway, hopefully that answers that. So anyway, I don't want to get into that. And I want to make the book a little bit more universal. So, maybe I'd write a MGTOW book. I would write one specifically for that, but it would be a little bit from a different perspective. So why you changed from simple programmer? I already covered that. I covered that so much time. MGTOW 2.0, the John version. Yeah, I think it's just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's some other movement in there. So Richard Lloyd says The Way of the Superior Man. And good. I agree. That's a good book. Everyone should read that book. That's the perspective that I have. That's the perspective I think you should have, which is it's not to fucking fix the world. It's not to change the world. I mean, here's how you change the world. Change yourself and then shine and set an example for other people, inspire people, and they will follow you and they will change their lives and impact. It's like if you're trying to change the world by changing laws and changing people's thoughts, it's a really uphill battle. It's not going to work. It's not like, I mean, Jesus couldn't do it. So, but what you can do is you can change your life and you can have a positive impact on the people that are around you and inspire those people to have positive impacts on other people that are around them. And that's what really changes the world. That's what makes an impact for the people that can be impacted. That's more powerful anyway. So, all right. So what do we got here? Let me see. That's why women should be in power, not men. Kareem is always like, Kareem, I don't think you have a fucking job, my friend. I think that you just like sit there. I don't know. You must collect welfare checks and just be cynical all day on the internet. So that's interesting. But hey, welcome though. I'm glad you're here, bro. Cool. All right. Semajan wants to know, when can I buy the book? I have to write the book first. So it's going to be 80,000 words. So it's not going to be too long. I'm going to go traditionally published on this new book, I believe, at this point, just because I want the wider distribution and a publisher name behind it. So I will be working with my agent to shop the book around. I have to write a book proposal, which is really painful to do. So I have to do that. Let's see. Jason wants to know about an attract, don't chase chapter. I think that's probably good. I don't know if that falls into the Bulldog mindset. Maybe in the bring your best self forward. I got to think if I have something like that. So attract, not chase. I'd talk about this idea of like of becoming more, so that the things that you want in life come to you, for sure. All right. Why did you choose Bulldog of all things? They're just fat and that's it. So that's a good question. I've been kind of debating this in my head. I've been kind of like, I don't know. I'm not 100% like I love the Bulldog. So here's the thing. So it kind of sucked. Like, okay, so Bulldog is kind of like, when you think of Bulldog, you think of tenacious and you think of like grabbing onto something and never letting go. And that's that kind of mindset of like grabbing onto something and never letting go. That's why Bulldog ended up being, again, I'm not really like, I don't have a Bulldog. I'm not like a big fan of Bulldogs or anything like that. But as far as, that's something that I identified, I think, with my audience here on YouTube. When I started talking about it, people were asking how to develop the Bulldog mindset. I think someone probably actually asked me that question, and that was quite popular. So I think that sort of, the reason for that is that imagery of a bulldog biting onto something and gripping it. And let me know, you guys, right? Do you agree? Does it, like, when you think of Bulldog mindset, do you think of being tenacious and grabbing something and never letting go of it? What do you think of when you think of Bulldog? Right? Or they keep attacking. Okay, I like that. Paul Garcia says they keep attacking. Actually, that's good. I need to do a little bit of research there, but yeah, that's kind of where it came from. And so I think that's, I've toyed with other ideas and stuff, but I believe that probably, it is a good one. So it resonated. So let's see. Tom from Flip Anything USA wants to know, can you sum up in one sentence what the new show is about? Makes it easier to suggest a name. So they actually have a name for it. I just can't give the name right now. But the show is basically go into new properties, figure out how to make short-term rentals out of unused space. That's it. So, all right. Matthew says, I've been so caught up in my business that I haven't seen much of you. I've missed this shit. Cool, Matthew. And it's good that you've been caught up in your business. So that's good. Oh, see, Kareem says having a job means working for the patriarchy. So Kareem does not have a job and excuses himself by saying he doesn't want to work for the patriarchy. So a lot of times it's kind of interesting The show. Oh, I see. Tom is asking about the the show, the channel. So yeah, so the channel is really about improving yourself, about learning how to become mentally strong and attack whatever you are going after with tenacity and not letting go and not stopping until you achieve your goals. Basically, I think that's the channel, right? So let's see. So yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Actually, I'll spin off on this on Kareem because he provides such good banter, such good content. It's kind of interesting how so many people hide behind their ideals in order to excuse their behavior and their lack of action in life, right? And that's what happens a lot in society today, right? This is something that I see. And again, I don't talk about this to hate on society. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if people do this. I give a shit whether you do it or not, because, and that's the thing, is like when you look at things that are wrong with society or wrong with what people are doing, you shouldn't be looking at it because you're pissed off and you want people to change. You should do it because you can see the benefit, the contrast in it, and you can change yourself and you can see yourself in that. And by realizing that it's going to improve you. So a lot of people justify this. They say, oh, well, it's because of my ideals. You don't have any fucking ideals. Most people, if you hand them money, their ideals will go out the fucking window. Okay. And not all people, some people have integrity, but most people, money will change your ideals. Okay. So it's not that. Ideals are something that a lot of people use. They say they prescribe to principles, or they use morality as a shield to protect them from actually doing hard work, from actually getting their hands dirty, from actually dealing with issues, because they can stand behind, they can call different people evil, they can, claim all these things, they can claim the moral high ground. And they can do that without having to leave their fucking couch, without having to actually get their hands messy, without actually having to deal with hard things in life and go to work, right? So again, that's the excuse I hear all the time. All right. Am I not following the FIFA World Cup? I don't follow any professional sports. The only sport that I watch that I at all is yoga. So when will I finish writing the book? Not sure. Probably in like 5 or 6 months. It depends on if I'm shooting the show or not too. All right. Someone said the Chihuahua mindset. There we go. Pit bulls are ugly. John, do I still code? No, I don't still code. I haven't coded in a long time. It doesn't mean I don't like coding, but I'm busy with a lot of other stuff here. All right. Richard says, lose all your excuses and victim mentality. I totally agree. Let me see here. I got a birthday balloons coming through here.
And a daughter.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. That was unexpected. Cool though. So, what was I saying here? Okay. It's I'm all distracted now here. All right. So we got some posts on the Bulldog mindset. Yeah, I think Bulldog. I don't know, unless someone thinks that that Bulldog is really not. I think most people identify with Bulldog. Probably it might not. I think it's even culturally makes sense. Kareem making his daughter bring him stuff. Thank you, Kareem. I appreciate that, man. All right, so what else? What else do you guys want to know? What do you want to talk about here? What should we discuss? I'll open up for some questions if you guys want to. Paul Garcia wants to know, what is the meaning of life? The meaning of life is to figure out the meaning of life. That's what, to create your own meaning in life. I think that's the important thing, is creating your own meaning in life. That's the meaning of life. You have to create a meaning. All right, Funky Mugshot. What's up, Funky Mugshot? All right, you guys got some questions? The meaning of life is a strange loop. Agree. Think of a British bulldog wearing a monocle. That's good. I like it. What is the meaning of a meta question? What is the meaning of life once you found your meaning? Then it's to live it. That's it. It's to live it. It's to fill your life with the activity that you have decided is your purpose, to have some kind of goal that you're shooting for, right? I mean, like, here's the thing, like with that whole thing is, have you ever played a video game? Right? Like, why are you playing the video game? For what purpose? Because it entertains you. But why? So we could like dig a little deeper into that and say, well, why do you care? Like, why do you care about winning then in the video game? Because you get a sense of accomplishment, right? Because you are achieving some arbitrary goal. Why beat the level? Why gain the experience? Why, why pursue, why kill the boss, right? Why do it? It's because you have decided that this is a cool metric, that this is a purpose that you're going to have, and you've decided to embark on that purpose. Life is no different. It's the same thing. That's just a microcosm for life, right? And so you try to find this greater purpose or meaning or whatever. It doesn't. It's like what you decide is the purpose. Like when we play a video game, it's already decided for us. Like the objective is to beat this boss. But when you decide what your objective is, the life is about going after that, and it's up to you. It's arbitrary. So, Flip Anything USA. Tom wants to know, why are people so apathetic? I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. Why are people so apathetic? Why don't people actually dig in and care about stuff? Why do they just let things happen to their lives? I think I would say my answer to it would basically be because I think that people don't realize how short life is. And I did this video a while back talking about how everyone thinks they're going to be a rock star someday. And I think that's very true. I think that a lot of people think that someday the shit is magically just going to happen, that they're just magically going to get the things that they want in life. They're going to become rich. They're going to become famous, that they're going to become successful, and that somehow things are going to change. They got plenty of time. And I think that's why, I think if you realize that, that you have a limited amount of time, I think if more people realize that, and that nothing is going to happen great unless you put like the amount of effort required in order to make something great happen. The example that I use all the time is when I'm coaching guys about relationship, like dating type of advice, and they find out just exactly how many girls they're going to have to talk to. Like they think they're just going to show up somewhere like at a bar or a club or something, and magically some magical shit's going to happen to them. And I'm like, when I give them the actual reality of how hard it's going to be and what they're going to have to do, they're like, wow. And so it's like, you better get started now, motherfucker. You better get started, right? And so, but that's how it is in life, right? That's how it is with everything. It's like, you think that you're just going to become the CEO of some company? Man, you know what the fucking road is to get there? You think you're just going to build some kind of multi-million-dollar business? Do you know what the fucking road is to get there? You think you're going to have like some kind of real estate empire? Do you know what the fucking road is to get there? All of those things. You want to build a great physique, whatever it's that you want. You know what the road is to fucking get there? It's a tough road. So if you realize that you have a limited amount of time, and every single second, every single hour counts, it's either moving you forward or not, or you're not going to get these goals of your life. You're not going to get a second do-over, not getting another try. I think if more people realize that, then they wouldn't be so apathetic. Cormac says, can't concentrate in work with only one meal per day. Tips: go to 0 meals per day. Go to 1 meal every 2 days, like I'm doing now. See how that works. Then 1 meal a day will feel fine to you. It's all perception, right? It's all perception. I'm not trying to be, a hard ass or brag or anything, but I know plenty of people that fast for very long periods of time. You just choose. You just choose to go forward. Or you just choose whatever. It's like, I mean, shit. Every time I go to the gym, I have some kind of injury, and so I can never go to the gym because I'm injured and it hurts. Or I can just say, fuck it. I just have to go anyway. I have to like lift. I have to run. I have to do kickboxing, whatever I'm going to do. Let's see. What else do we got here? Thomas wants to know, do you have some tips on concentration? Meditate. That's what I've been learning on concentration. Meditate and set a Pomodoro timer. Use the Pomodoro technique. Set a timer. Say, I'm going to work for 25 minutes or 30 minutes. or even now, or whatever it is, focus on one task and one thing, and force yourself to concentrate, right? You will learn concentration by forcing yourself to concentrate. That's why meditation works, because it forces you to to keep on doing the same task, which is bring your mind back to your breathing, or to whatever it is that you're focusing on when you're depending on the types of meditation. That's something I learned recently. That meditation launch was not very successful on this channel. I didn't do a good job selling. I'm not. I that was one of my shittier sales, but it was good stuff. So I don't know. So regardless, the point is, like, if you want to increase your concentration, you got to just force yourself to focus on a task and not let yourself be interrupted or stop. The reason why you don't have concentration today, guys, is because of fucking Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook and email and YouTube to some degree, right? You're bouncing around to all these different things. Here's a rule. You want concentration? Here's the rule. Okay, simple rule. When I go, before I put my fingers on my keyboard or my phone, I have to ask myself, what am I trying to accomplish? Okay, that's a simple rule. That will give you concentration. In fact, you could extend that rule to say, before I do anything, I must decide what it is I am doing. No action without thought. Think first, what am I going to do? Then take action. Because if you do that, you will have to specifically pick a task that you're trying to accomplish. And then when you do that task, only do that task. You only do the things that you've given yourself permission to do. Okay? That'll prevent you from switching tabs and checking Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. And you'll gain concentration by focus. Read a book called Deep Work by Cal Newport as well. Good book on focus for sure. All right, let me see here. What do we got here? Got a lot of messages here. What's the most important principle for self-discipline? What is the most important principle for self-discipline? I would say do it whether you like it or not. Like, force yourself to do it whether you feel like it or not, whether you even feel like you want to accomplish that goal or not, is basically like set a target, set a goal, say what you're going to do, set a routine, and follow it like it's life or fucking death, because it is. Because and here's the thing. I'm not exaggerating that obeying your own rules in life is life or death, because you either are in control of your life or you're not. Okay? If you cannot do what you set out to do, right? I define this as freedom, like your own will. If you cannot bring about your own will, your internal will in life, then you're not actually living your life. You're dead. You're just a puppet. You're just as good as an inanimate object or a program that's running. If you can't actually decide in your mind what you want to accomplish and do it, you're an you're automation. You're nothing. You don't have a life. You're dead. Do you understand? So it is life or death. So if you cannot have self-discipline, you are dead, because you do not actually have a life. You do not actually have control of it. Okay? It's like this. If you have self-discipline, you are in this driving the seat with the steering wheel. You're the driver of the car, and you've got the steering wheel, and you've got the brakes, and you've got the gas, and you can decide where the car is going. If you do not have self-discipline, you are tied up with duct tape in the fucking trunk of the car, going down a bumpy ass road. Okay, you don't have any control. You might as well be dead, because it's not your life. The person driving, that is their life. Okay, so that's why it is life or death. Okay, now we're gonna fuck up. I fuck up all the time. You guys know that. But I want to be driving the car as much as possible. I don't want to be in the trunk, duct tape. Okay, so have I ever wanted to make video games? Yes. I've made some video games. I've actually taught courses on making video games. So, Douglas has some interesting facts here. He says, from the Wikipedia page on bulldogs, I guess I could have read that. During World War II, bulldogs were often likened to Prime Minister Winston Churchill and his defiance of Nazi Germany. All right, I can associate with that imagery. That's cool. All right. John, will you stroke your nipples for us? From Kareem. No. Uh, okay. Paul Garcia says, John, take your shirt off. I'm actually really fat right now. I'm actually like 245 pounds. I gained a lot of muscle though. So I'm in fat mode, but I'm actually fasting today. I'm cutting back down because, so people want to know. All right, let's see. Yeah, I turned 38 today. It's true. It is true. How often do I read? Every day, for sure. All right. What do we got here? Let me see. Maybe a couple more questions, and then I'm gonna get gone here. All right. Whoa, John is wearing an eyeball ring. Not that I know of. Let's see. Okay, so Kendrick says, do you have macros you attempt to hit in your eating habits? No, I don't do the macros thing anymore. If I were cutting for an actual competition, I would do macros, but I mean, but again, a lot of this is just, just what I know from years of doing this, just kind of intuitive at this point. My eating is more intuitive. So I have a plan as far as like the fasting and what I'm going to eat, but I'm generally eating. I mean, here's the thing, like guys, like as far as like macros and measuring all this shit, go and just look at bodybuilding.com and look at what bodybuilders eat for their look at all those diet plans there. You're gonna see the same fucking thing. It's gonna be chicken and broccoli and some brown rice and sweet potatoes, right? So you're not gonna go wrong with that as long as you get enough protein, and you really need less protein than you think. So a lot of I changed my mindset on that as I did experiments on myself and found out, hey, I didn't need as much protein. So all right, John, just do like a workout video with no shirt on. Eventually, I should do some. I want to actually film workout videos for this channel. I think that'd be kind of fun. Aditya wants to know, when are you writing your book? I've actually started writing it. I've written the first chapter. I'm working on the second chapter now, but I got a little distracted with the TV thing. We'll see what happens with that. But let's see here. What is my birthday wish? Actually, honestly, my birthday wish right now is to get that TV program. I think that'd be pretty damn cool. So that's my birthday wish right now. So, all right. Oh, this is a good one. Phil asks, where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now? Man, I don't even know. Like that's tough. Like, where do I see myself 5 to 10 years from now? I don't even have like, I need to have that vision. I need to sit down. In fact, I've got it on one of my boards, like of to-do, is to like have the vision to project the 5-year vision. It's so I can start becoming that person, but I don't have it right now, actually. So, and it's kind of interesting. It's okay right now, I think, to not have that direction. Like this year was the year of direction finding, right? That's what the theme of this year for me has been. So I don't have it, to be honest with you. I'll tell you honestly, but I will have it. And that's what I will become. Like what you envision that you will become, the goal that you're setting towards, that's what you're going to become. So right now I'm more in that kind of chill mode. It's a different phase, but it's starting up again. I'm getting that itch to really start hitting it hard again, and I'm going to be soon. So Jack, we wants to know what I think about super slow workout routine. I tried that and I actually found it to be less beneficial than fast. So moving as far as like the acceleration of moving the weight, I tried both, and the faster seems to work a lot better for gaining strength and size. So Martin wants to know, how can I help someone to leave an addiction? So here's the thing that I search on the channel for overcoming addiction, but I'll give you the short of it. This is my advice, and I've definitely helped people overcome addiction. I've overcome plenty of addictions in my life, but I'll tell you, this is the key thing, is that here's the basis of this. Okay, whatever you are, that's the actions you will do based on who you are. Whatever your nature is, the actions flow from that. And you can try to dam up the river, right? Stopping the actions. But if your nature is still such that those actions flow from it, then eventually that dam is going to collapse and a lot of water is going to come down. And this is what happens. This is how people end up relapsing and really getting themselves in mess. And the real analogy I like to use is a rubber band. If you pull a rubber band back, right, you're trying to stop action, stop doing something. You can pull it back so far, and then eventually it's going to snap, and it's going to snap back the other direction. Okay, because it's hard, because you can't change your actions. And a lot of people that are trying to overcome addictions or change behaviors or change habits, they're all the same thing. Change themselves. What they try to do is they try to stop an action. They try to stop doing something, and that does not work. You can't stop it because you are that. Right? The reason why you are compelled to do things that you're compelled to do is because it is who you are. It is your nature at that time. And so that action flows naturally from that nature. The things that you want to do, you don't have to, that you do naturally, you don't have to want to do them. You automatically want to do them. Right? So when you want to change something, what do you have to do? Okay, what you have to do is you have to change your nature. It starts at changing the mindset. It starts at changing the nature. And that requires acceptance. So in order for you to change, or you want to break addiction, you want to break a habit, you have to first accept and allow yourself to be who you are, right? It's fucked up as it is. Whatever your addiction is, whatever your problem is, you have to say, okay, that's okay. It's okay. That's where I am now. And that's what's flowing out of me. Like I have those desires, I have those wants because of who I am. So I'm not going to fight that. It doesn't mean that you're going to like, don't get me wrong here. It doesn't mean that you're just going to be like, oh, I'm going to fucking eat as much cake as possible because that's just who I am. It means that you're not going to fight that in general, right? Instead, you're going to focus on changing yourself, changing your nature in order to change the behaviors. Okay. I talked about an addiction, on this channel. I did a video talking about addiction with pornography at one point in my life. I'll be honest with that, right? And like 98% of guys struggle with this. So I'll be honest. Okay. And I'll honestly tell you right now that I do not have that problem at all. Okay. Now, what happened? I changed my mindset. When I internalized, when my mind changed. So I said, you know what? That's a weakness. Like when my view of masculinity, of being of a man, changed to the point where I don't want stuff that's like a crutch. When I viewed myself in a different light, when I brought that in, okay, all of a sudden it was like it didn't appeal to me anymore, right? When I changed that mindset again. And I did a video on this. You can check out that video. I'm not going to go like into details here, but my point is this: is like if you want to break an addiction, you want to break a habit, you want to change a behavior. Don't stop the behavior. Okay, the behavior flows from here, from who you are. If you want to break it and change it, what you're going to have to do is change this. And how do you do that? Okay, you change your mindset. How do you do that? You are a product of what comes in. Okay, so. Have you noticed Facebook? Have you noticed news? Have you noticed all these crazy people that are fucking assholes? Why are they assholes? Because all the input that they're looking at, these Facebook posts, these news stuff, is making them assholes. It literally is making them assholes. They're literally taking in shit and becoming shit. So stop taking in shit. Start reading good books. That's the best place to start. Okay. Read some Tony Robbins, Awaken the Giant Within. Okay. Unleash the power within, or Unlimited Power. Okay. Go and read Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Go and read, look on my channel on top 10 books you should read. Read those books. Read Psycho-Cybernetics. Read a lot of these good positive books that are going to change your mindset, right? Envision who you want to become and start acting like that person. Again, that's not the same as changing behavior. It's more of changing the role. Play a different role in life. Act that role and you'll become that role, and the behavior will change automatically. Addictions can be cured like this, instantly. As soon as that mindset changes, as soon as that vision, that nature of who you are changes, the behavior changes automatically, right? You've heard people say, if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, it must be a duck. Well, that's because ducks do that. If it's not a duck, it doesn't quack and walk like a duck, right? And so if you change the animal, you change the behavior of the animal. Simplest thing. But people are trying to take ducks, right? You're trying to say, stop quacking and stop walking like a duck, but you're not changing the duck. It's really hard to be a duck and not quack and walk like a duck. Okay. You have to be a different animal if you want a different behavior. So become a different animal. When you become a different animal, you will have a different behavior. It will happen automatically. It doesn't mean you don't need discipline. It doesn't mean that you don't need self-discipline and persistence and commitment and all of those things, but you'll want those things, right? My mindset has changed. Like, the reason why I do hard shit is because my mindset, my brain says, you got to do this. It wants to do that. That is the natural behavior that I exhibit based on who I am. And I wasn't always like that. So, all right, guys. So does that hopefully that answers your question. I'm trying to catch up on some of the chat here, looking at, thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate that. That's really cool. So let me see here. All right, maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 more questions. I'm enjoying this here. Border Hopper wants to know, can you nice name, can you be my therapist? Yeah, just subscribe to the channel and and watch the videos, and we'll see. I'm my own therapist on this channel. This is half the shit that I learned from just thinking about the shit and teaching myself from a lot of it's making videos, honestly. Like, it's funny because, okay, and here's the thing, like, and I'll say this, and I'm not saying this to brag, like, if you want wisdom in life, here's how to get it, is like, think about shit and try to teach shit and try to, like, go deep, right? Analyze your actions, observe yourself, see what's going on, see what you're thinking, ask yourself, why do I think this? Why do I do this? Pretend like you're a psychologist, psychoanalyzing yourself. Don't judge. Just be like, hey, this is who I am, but this is interesting, this behavior that I'm doing right now. And look at that. And you're gonna gain some perspective, especially if you try to teach it, especially if you try to explain it to someone else, right? A lot of times, a lot of the stuff that I get on this channel that really helps my life is when I try to answer someone else's question. When I try to answer, like, why I'm behaving away or doing something or looking at my own life and trying to talk about something, it gives me insight because I have to actually look at it and I have to actually examine it. I have to actually say, whoa, what's rolling around in there? What's going on in my head? So, all right. What do we got here? So, yeah. So, Thango wants to know, so controlling input. Yeah, controlling input is huge. Okay. So controlling input is a huge thing. And that's the thing. It's like, you have to realize that you are the product of your environment. You will be. You cannot have bad input, right? And have a good output, right? It's going to, and sometimes you can filter the input, right? You have a choice to do that, right? I mean, you might have bad shit that happens to you, but it's how you see it. But you need to have the right mindset in order to do that. So there's plenty of resources out there today. So what do we got here? Are we gonna get sucked into the masculinity toxic viewpoint in life? You know what? In life, there's always going to be a need for strong men. And I'll say this, like, I'll just address this slightly because I know there's a little bit of debate on this about toxic masculinity and all that shit. Where would we be today as a species without strong men who are willing to fight and die? We wouldn't be alive. We wouldn't be here. We certainly, like in the United States, wouldn't have a free fucking country without that. Not everyone, and not all the time is it done for the right reasons. In fact, most of the time it's done for selfish reasons, but it's required and it's important. And if we lose track of that and we stop having men who have courage and we stop having men who are men, there'll be a time when they're needed and we won't have them. And when that time comes, we'll just be crushed by our enemies. And guess what? And I live in the US, and I live in a society where men are becoming pussies and toxic masculinity and all this political correctness bullshit is being spouted. But you know what? There's other countries, okay, that are going to train men to be men, right? And that are going to uphold that because they're going to realize that there's fucking danger there. And yeah, there's some toxicity. It's a dangerous fucking weapon. I mean, you can't control masculinity in men, they're going to seek their power. They're going to seek power. They're going to seek their will, and they're going to enforce it on people using might. It's true. And there's going to be death and there's going to be violence. But guess what? If you don't have that weapon and someone else is fighting with that weapon, you're going to be crushed. And so, yeah, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to hide, to get rid of. It's something that we need. and yeah, there's abuses and it comes with a price. Let's just say that it comes with a price, a heavy price sometimes, right? But yeah, that's my view on it. So there you go. All right, what do we got here? John, let's see. I don't know why Kareem is here, but I don't know. It's interesting. All right. John, have you had a fight in the last 10 years? I have, but I've stopped a lot of fights as opposed to, so it depends on how you define it, right? So it's like I've gotten into fights that have quickly de-escalated pretty quickly after a very short amount of time. I would, and here's the thing I would say is like, in general for you, especially for you young guys out there, learn to defend yourself, learn how to fight, but make light of things, right? Don't don't take life seriously. Like so many times, I've gotten in situations where it would have been a fight and I don't know, maybe I kicked the guy's ass, who cares? But I just laughed. I just made light of the situation. Said, all right, come on. let's have a beer. Let's whatever. You know what I mean? Again, there's no need to again, I'll be there and I'll fucking rip someone's fucking throat out if I need to, but I'm going to make sure I need to first. I'd rather just get along and have a good time and have fun and avoid, issues because what am I trying to prove? Right. That's the thing is that's my viewpoint. Again, I have no problem. I'm not afraid to get in a fight. I'm not afraid of getting my ass kicked. It doesn't hurt that bad. I've had it happen plenty of times, but, but I'm also not going to, I'm not going to make an issue out of something. Because I'm not going to, here's the thing that kind of really underlies this whole thing, I would say, which is this: I'm not going to let someone control my emotions. Like if you let someone make you angry, they've got power over you, right? I mean, the fights that I've been in the last, whatever, have been ones where I'm completely 100% calm. And because I was so calm, that's why they ended pretty damn early, right? Because when you're calm and you're fighting, you mean business. You're not going on an emotional, you see what I'm saying? Like if you're there and you're standing there and you're fighting or you're getting ready to fight and you're calm, it's because you have what's going on. You've weighed the odds. Somebody who's angry and drunk and throwing their fists around, they could do that for any number of reasons. So, yeah, there we go. All right, what do we got here? I would like to interview David Goggins. Guys, reach out to David Goggins and tell him. I've reached out to him a couple of times, but the more people, like if you have people that you want me to interview on this channel, you have to reach out to them so that when I reach out to them, they're like, man, a lot of people have been emailing me saying that I should do an interview on your channel. So it's easier now that the channel is bigger. So yeah, Noah is also asking for that. Kareem is it's weird. Like imagine what a better future we would be living in if women were in charge. That's interesting. Would that be a better future? Maybe, but men would still fight. I don't know. It'd be interesting. All right. Will says, awesome take on masculinity. Thank you. Paul Garcia says, John is Batman. But maybe. We'll see. There is some darkness. All right. What do we got here? The calmer you are, the more scary you look. It's true. It's true. But it's also just in dealing with people in general. I mean, it's about, and this is one of the chapters I put in the book, is about being non-reactive. Like be non-reactive, right? And that's the whole thing is it's not like like if I'm in a confrontation with someone, that I'm being what is it, calm in order to scare them. I'm not being calm in order to scare them. I'm being calm because I'm calm, because I'm non-reactive, because I'm going to not react to, I'm going to make someone else react off of me, right? I'm not going to react off of them. I'm going to make them react off of me. And whatever situation, I mean, it's really hard to get me angry because I'm non-reactive, right? I'm not going to choose to be angry. Now, I could demonstrate anger for a purpose, but it's really hard to get my goat because I don't care. I don't care enough in order, right? I'm not going to respond emotionally. I'm going to respond based on, I'm not going to react. I'm going to respond. And that's the key thing. And that's really the thing behind it. It's not about trying to be scary or anything like that. Although it is for sure scarier. I did an acting scene, I remember, with someone, or my acting coach had once, he had me do a scene and I was interrogating someone, right? I think it was like a usual suspects scene or something like that. And it was like, I was, I'm a big guy, I'm angry, I'm yelling. It just was not hitting. And then he did the scene and he was slow moving. He didn't yell at all. He whispered and he just talked so calm. And because he was so calm, it was fucking frightening. It was scary as shit. Okay. So I learned something there. Hugo wants to know, have you thought about writing a third book? Interesting. You might want to rewind the live stream. So yeah. All right. What do we got here? All right. One more question and then that's it. I gotta get going. I can't, I'll look for a good question here. So a quick one. Have I read Relentless by Tim Grover? Yep. I did like that book. It's good. All right. Robert says, smash the like button, everyone. Yes, please smash the like button on the actual video on the live stream so that more people will see this and I'll do more live streams. So, all right. Let me see. Another quick one. Brar wants to know, are you still taking clients for one-on-one coaching? I am. I have like one slot open right now. Email me if you are interested. You'll have to figure out how to email me. Okay, but I do have one slot open right now. David Goggins has a book coming out next year. It's true. Dave wants to know if I could develop a workout plan for skinny guys who want to bulk. Maybe. I don't know. I've been trying to coach skinny guys who want to bulk, and I haven't had much success at that. It's much easier to coach fat guys who want to get lean. Skinny guys who want to bulk don't fucking eat when you tell them to eat. I don't know what the deal is. They just don't fucking eat. I would just like eat. I'm like, just eat fucking butter and like, don't even worry about eating clean. Just eat shit. But they still won't even eat shit. I don't understand. All right. Food does not cost a lot. Fucking everyone tells me this shit too. Paul, listen, man. All right. Eggs are so fucking cheap. So many calories. Butter is so cheap and so many calories. Fucking rice and beans, cheap. Lots of calories. Food is cheap. That's not crappy food. Eggs are not crappy food. Rice is not crappy food, right? People always say this bullshit. It's bullshit. Stop bullshitting. Stop telling people, like, stop making excuses. Okay, fine. Food is expensive. Okay, so fucking get a second job just to buy food. Like, work, like, don't use that as an excuse. Never use that cheap food is crappy food. It's bullshit. Bullshit. All right. Chicken breasts are so fucking cheap when you buy them in bulk. Do you know how cheap it is to get chicken? To get if you don't want to eat eggs, chicken is so cheap. Come on, guys. All that food has GMO. GMO doesn't matter. GMO means genetically modified organism. How many fucking organisms are genetically modified? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What does that mean? That is GMO. Tell me what it actually does. That's bad. All right. One last question, and then we'll will go. Yes, all organisms are GMO, and I'll tell you why. Because of bacteria. Bacteria modified the genes of all living organisms. I do tell a homeless man on this street that chicken is cheap. So I'm going to avoid the simulation question. I'm still looking for one more. Let's see. Man, do I want to touch the vaccination question or spiritual? Man, what the fuck, guys? Stop asking these like questions that are going to take like 2 hours of explanation. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna selectively answer this question from Kevin because he says, "How do you build grit?" I think that's a good question. How do you build grit? So, how you build grit is that you bring pain upon yourself. Okay, the world is going to bring you pain. That's a fact. Whatever you're doing in life, you're going to experience pain. You're going to have plenty of it. You're going to have plenty of heartache. You're going to have plenty of bad things happen to you in life. Shit is going to get real. It's going to suck. It's going to hurt. Okay. When other people and other circumstances in your life bring suffering upon you, you do not develop grit. You develop some perseverance. You develop perspective. You may become actually jaded. It may actually beat you down. When you bring pain upon yourself, when you stick your hand into the flame, you develop grit. When you force yourself to do shit because it's hard and because it's painful, that's when you develop grit. Because if you're willing to do it to yourself and you're willing to go through it, right, then it teaches you that you can accomplish what you want and that there's nothing that can stop you. You start to believe in yourself. You teach yourself to believe in yourself. When shit happens to you and you have to endure it, you have to endure. What choice do you have? Have you ever had a headache? Okay. Yeah, I've had really fucking pounding headaches before. Okay. Guess what I do when I have a headache? I don't have a fucking choice. My choice is to take a drill and drill a hole in my fucking head and end it. Or it's to live with the headache. I can take some medication maybe and pain reliever, but sometimes that doesn't work. But my point is this, is you have to endure. Like, you don't develop grit by enduring headaches. But if you bring it upon yourself, if you bring pain upon yourself, if you bring hard work and effort upon yourself, if you force yourself to fucking run a marathon, you're going to develop grit. So that's what you have to do, is you have to select things that are hard, that are painful, that are going to push you to your limits, and choose to do them, not just let them happen to you. The shit is coming. The pain is coming. You might as well embrace it. You might as well go out to meet it. You might as well develop some grit along the way and do it on your terms. Okay. You know, it's like you watch those movies, right? And, you know, the samurai or whatever, you know, where they, I forget what it's called, seppuku or whatever, kill themselves. And they actually used to they're like, oh, fuck, if I'm going to get killed, I'm going to kill myself. I'm having control over this, right? If I'm going to die, it's going to be on my terms. Same thing, life, pain, it's on your terms, right? You choose. So that's how you develop grit. You don't get the grit by just enduring the headache. It doesn't happen that way, right? Because you have to. You don't have a choice. And your brain knows that. Your subconscious knows that. Yourself, your identity knows that you didn't have a choice. It's great. You get a pat on the back. Hey, good job. You endured something that was brought on to you by external circumstances you had no choice over, but you had to endure it. You didn't have a choice. So you don't get credit for that. Not much credit. But when you bring the pain upon yourself, and you force yourself to go through a difficult situation to grow, that's when you develop grit. That's the only way. That's it. Have I tried grits? I love them. Grits are delicious. All right. That's it, guys. That's all I got for you today. And I'll let you know. Stay tuned about the show. We'll see. Maybe you'll see me on the air, on TV. And we'll see what happens. So, all right, that's all I got for you. Make sure I'm sure most of you have subscribed. If you haven't, click subscribe. Give me a thumbs up on the video if you don't mind. It will help. And if you want to share this with someone, I would appreciate it. And here we go. We're embarking on the Bulldog mindset. I'll be changing everything on the channel pretty soon here and getting this going.